Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. We have two very nice looking forge milled irons from Haywood, a new CB model and a new MB model. Quite a bit of work has gone into these. They've been in development for over a year. There's been 8 different versions of them.
And I loved hearing the story this when Josh was able to share with us, you know, the different versions. He's trying to take industry standards and improve on them.
Yeah.
Right? So some things with the heads where, you know, heads in the marketplace that are CNC milled are basically forged to shape and kind of weight, then CNC finished.
So that's more of an aesthetic thing?
Exactly, just to put those little kind of markings on them,
CNC
milling markings on them.
Right.
Josh's clubs have been finished to within 20% of target weight, and then they're CNC finished to get them a little bit tighter in tolerance. So tolerance on iron head weight through our industry is 3 grams. These are within a 2 gram tolerance, which is brilliant. I mean,
it's great.
You're getting obviously a cheaper price point. You're getting, you know, tighter tolerances. So we'll probably be seeing and hearing more about CNC milling and kind of who's using it. You know, obviously, recently we heard about Justin Thomas's irons and Adam Scott's irons, and that's really the process where they can take a model in CAD and make a one-off set for players, is actually to do more of that type of stuff.
Gotcha.
So, you know, this is obviously a process that can still be done to the masses, but still get that precision at the same time, which is really impressive, especially when it's direct to consumer.
Yeah, and I was just going to say the price point is really quite good on that. So if you're going to buy a full 4 to pitching wedge set of the MBs, 800 US.
Yeah.
And the CBs are a little bit cheaper. Or actually, sorry, the 4 to pitching wedge CB, they're both the same. 800 US. Right. It's only the 3 to pitching wedge, it's $899. So depending on how you make up your set, if you're a 5 to pitching wedge guy, could be as low as $699. I mean, you're 2.5 times cheaper than most brands are at that point. And it's forged, CNC milled. You can get quite a few different shaft options, grip options on there. I mean, the value is there.
Definitely. I mean, even this is the kind of, I guess, the stock grip that Josh is went with, and, you know, kind of private label, I guess, white labeled it. You know, got the Haywood. It's a really nice grip. I mean, you're holding one. I've got one here. It's nice. Feels quite nice, doesn't it?
It's a pretty Tour Velvet type feel.
Tour Velvety. Actually feels to me a bit like a Lampkin Crossline black.
Okay.
So a little bit, almost more texture than a Tour Velvet. A little bit more kind of tack. I think that's a really nice grip.
Oh, absolutely. To come as stock, right? I mean, you can obviously get some upcharge grips, but if you're going to stick with the base stuff, I mean, the base components are really quite nice.
Really, really good.
We're going to get you to hit a few different shots. We've got pitching wedge in the blade, we've got pitching wedge in the CB, we've got the same with the 7-iron, and then we're going to get you to hit a few with the long iron, the 4 cavity back.
Love it. Okay, so we're at number 12 at Augusta?
It looks like it, doesn't it? The San Diego version?
That's a little bit.
Yeah, we got you slightly downhill, 131-yard shot. You've got obviously very traditional lofts in both the CB and the MB. Yeah. Just a perfect little smooth pitching wedge down there. How does it look from address to the profile? Well,
I mean, everyone who's been kind of watching any of the reviews that I've kind of done recently knows how particular I am on a pitching wedge shape and offset specifically. No, this is nice. It's a very unique shape, very, very rounded in the toe. I'll be interested to hear people's kind of thoughts on that. Very rounded in the toe. We're probably used to seeing a little bit of a straighter edge with that, push that high toe a little bit more up and out, which is good for MOI. But on the flip side of that, Ryan actually mentioned it earlier on. He spotted how short the hosel is. Okay. So he said, I bet that's really, really forgiving based on, you know, a slightly shorter hosel, more mass toe side, ups the MOI.
So that's smart, a way to hide some forgiveness in it's a very traditional blade kind of size.
Absolutely. No, it's good. It's good. I mean, I like the shape. Again, offset is a big thing for me. We do obviously and have seen some pre-wear and, you know, some of the irons. This doesn't. This is more of a traditional sole. Yep. So again, there'll be some people that suits more than others. But once I've hit a few, I'll you know, be able to certainly give a little feedback on how that feels.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Very solid on the sound, isn't it?
It really is. That felt great.
That's got a chance. Spin off that hill. Oop. Stop dead.
Drop dead.
Yeah, nice high flight there. Very nice. Yeah, this is good. You can get plenty of spin on those, can't you?
Tons of spin.
That looks really good.
Probably felt like the best one.
Perfect. Oh yes. Yep, very similar. Launch and spin. It's a solid sound, the last two for sure. Nearly the same result.
Quite a similar shot, isn't it?
I mean, almost identical, to be honest, in just about every way. It's good too.
You'd be over the moon with that little
Yeah.
kind of trio of shots.
Yep. If anything was just slightly towed by maybe a
slightly
millimeter,
toy.
but it's quite amazing how similar these still are. So I think it's reasonable to say that as blades go, they're not crazy punishing. If you mishit it slightly, your numbers barely changed, your carry was almost the same. So launch nearly identical, ball speed nearly identical. You tended to get a touch more spin on the pitching wedge, which, this is obviously exaggerating, but you did strike the CB maybe a groove lower.
Yep.
So I would say if they had the exact same strike, you'd probably be looking at almost the same ball flight, which is good.
It's very good.
The only thing is it is tighter in all your deviations.
Yeah,
that is interesting.
As I said, it just felt more precise. It felt like it was a more exacting strike. I was going to just be able to control my ball a little bit more.
It's shown up in the numbers for sure.
And any time we've ever done these tests, Matty, we've always saw that, haven't we?
Yeah.
From the time when we done the sole width video with the Mizuno clubs, hot metals forged in the tours. It was exactly the same thing there. It was like standard deviation had a wide range with a wide sole for me, got a bit better with the forged, and then it was really good with the tours.
With the narrow one.
It's exactly the same
it suits you the best for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get into the 7.
Okay.
Good swing there. Yep, plenty of pop. I'll move you back a bit. Really nice. Good high spin there, 6,400 spin.
Yep.
Is that a Pro V1 you're using?
Pro V1.
Yeah, nice. 19 launch. Looks nice. Yeah, really good. Yeah, so even that one that maybe turned slightly over just a little bit, had a little less spin, but barely.
Still good.
Barely different, is it?
Yep.
That's perfect. Very similar. Almost the same.
Oh, great swing. Different. There's a different feel of impact. I've got a sneaking suspicion I would get more ball speed out the blade.
Long term, yeah,
Yeah.
because the sole's getting through it better.
Just it's in and out quicker. It's more efficient for me.
Well, let's see how it, I mean, I know you said you didn't hit that one the best, but
I
that's
didn't.
one of your higher ball speeds.
Yep.
Let's see how that progresses, but your launch and spin are very similar. That sounded great. It's a really good sound that makes.
Yeah, really nice.
So solid.
I think that's just what you get with a blade, isn't it? You just, you know, the reward is there if you hit it solid and well. That was the best swing I've made yet, for sure.
Yep. Now that ball speed's staying up there.
Staying 170 is like you know, consistently
Very
on
consistent.
that number, isn't it? A little bit. I mean, I'd maybe play with the lie angles a touch in these because that felt great.
Yeah, just a little bit to the right. It's got plenty of pop on it still, though, doesn't it? Yeah, so you called it. You did actually end up with more ball speed on the MB versus the CB.
Yep.
Just, and like you said, getting through the turf better.
Just felt a little bit more precise through the turf. It didn't feel like I was kind of getting caught up as much.
Interesting. So you ended up launching it almost the same. You spun it, let's say, within 120 is not really a big difference, so pretty similar.
But tight, isn't it? 67 standard deviation is
Very tight on spin.
yeah, and then nothing on
And the carry. And that's the one that you really care about.
Yeah.
What you carried at the same distance every time with that one and a little bit extra speed from the sole. That's really cool.
yeah.
So we don't have the blade in the forehand, obviously, because no one needs a blade in a forehand.
Because no one needs it.
Just no one needs it.
This
Unless-
looks great. This
yeah.
looks really nice. I mean, it's a player's forearm.
In the cavity. Yeah, it's not small, is it?
No, far from it.
No. Okay. That sounded good.
Yeah,
Nice
I kind of caught it a little low heel, but it
Certainly flew
quite
the distance.
nice.
Yeah, that's a good flight for a forehand. Over 4,000 spin. That's even better. It's all over it. Beautiful. Yeah, that's great. So it seems pretty user-friendly considering what it looks like at address.
Yep.
Puts a nice amount of spin on the ball. Got that one launched up in the air a little bit higher, so it flew closer to 90 feet. I mean, it's a great looking flight. It's another good one. Really solid sound on that.
It's good. I mean, you know, looking at the launch and spin, I think I'm getting to the point where this is a perfect conversation about a combo set, Matty, because getting to the point where I'm a little bit shallower. I'm not needing the thinner sole kind of as much.
Right.
You know, we're starting to see really good numbers out the 4-iron, and I think I was better 7 in wedge with the blade.
Yes, you were.
So, you know,
that's the reason you might, for you personally, the sole width might be the reason to combo them, which is quite interesting.
Perfect. A little bit of mass down underneath it. I think the likelihood is the MB's got a little bit higher CG, that type of thing. Obviously, the perimeter weighting is you know, a big benefit to the MOI and the forgiveness on some of those strikes. So really good, really good.
It seems like it hides. I mean, you struck them well, but even when you did miss hit it a bit, I think the forgiveness is well hidden in there.
It really is.
It looked like probably one of the easier sessions you've had hitting irons under the green.
Really wasn't many, you know, kind of, you know, we had to either discard because I never hit it well or didn't, you know, whatever.
No, they perform, I would say they perform bigger than they look. That's for sure. They look like a very kind of butter knife look, especially the blades, but.
Exactly to RB's point earlier on maybe then about the hosel length and the forgiveness factor with them. You know, obviously more forgiveness with the cavity, but you know, maybe enough forgiveness in the blade as well.
Yeah. Not so much that someone shouldn't even consider, you know, you don't have to be the best ball striker in the world. You may consider a couple of the short irons and the blades just for, like you said, the sole interaction might just be better for you.
I think it's great.
Nice. Well, I think that's pretty well done. A good update. They haven't had this exact style. They had a CNC milled complete, and it was quite an expensive product.
Yeah, it was the 100s. They were, I think, about 1900.
So cool iron, obviously, but these are a little bit more in the affordable range for most people. As I said, Florida pitching wedge, $800. You're not going to do much better in a forged iron, brand new clubs. I think they are going to have a program for custom ferrules and such. I saw in the little release. So I think people really enjoy customizing these, maybe getting the grip they like on there, a shaft that's within their matrix. And as I said, a new set of irons for $800. It's not really accessible with most of the bigger brands.
It's good stuff, isn't it? I mean, think of all the things we were talking about here, the sound, the kind of enjoying hitting them because they feel great, they look good. The numbers, we're checking the numbers. Are they good? Yep, they're absolutely on point where they want to be. Not having any issues with them. Shaft options are good. You know, this is Dynamic Gold Tour Issue X100.
It's great.
I mean, there's not much not to like.
Okay, great. Well, guys, let us know. We know there's a ton of people who are Haywood fans already from the original signature irons. And we've done some testing on the wedges since then, but I think these will capture a lot of people's interest that may be looking to upgrade from those, or maybe you just haven't ever tried them and you are more of a cavity back player. Say these are on the short list. If you're in the direct-to-consumer space, you're probably also considering sub 70 or new level. I would say put these on your list. Do they have a demo program as well?
I think they do have a demo program, I believe.
So take advantage of that if you get the one club. Pretty minimal investment, hit some shots with it, but I think a lot of people will be really happy with this setup. It's really well done.
Really well done. Good job, Josh.
Okay, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.